At Kresge, we imagine a future where everyone is protected from the short and long-term effects of climate change because their communities have proactively transitioned to renewable energy, prepared for climate change impacts, and done so by elevating equity as a critical priority. Climate change is increasingly harming people, communities, businesses, and natural resources across the U.S. and the world, as evidenced by a seemingly unending series of extreme weather events. Record-shattering heat, chronic drought, wildfires, devastating storms, as well as coastal and inland flooding. To avoid the worst impacts of climate change, we must drastically and quickly reduce greenhouse gas emissions while giving communities the tools required to mitigate and prepare for climate change. We know the impacts of climate change are disproportionately affecting people of color and people with low wealth, adversely affecting their health, well-being, and opportunities in life. To take equitable climate action, cities must reckon with decades of structural inequities and racism that now exacerbate the effects of climate change. As a national foundation working at the intersection of cities, climate change, and equity, our goal is to help cities combat and adapt to climate change while advancing racial and economic justice. To help drive public sector climate action crafted in partnership with community leaders, we support the leadership, influence, and power of people of color, people of low wealth, and equity-focused organizations in climate change-related decision-making. We support the capacity and effectiveness of change-makers within local government who are committed to equitable climate action. We foster connections among public sector staff, community leaders, and other urban practitioners to advance equitable climate action. And we advocate that communities address climate change mitigation and adaptation concurrently. Our grant and program-related investment dollars are directed to 6 strategies: advancing equitable pathways to urban decarbonization, mobilizing action at the intersection of climate change, health, and equity, advancing equitable, climate-resilient approaches to mitigate urban flooding, supporting the climate justice movement, accelerating the efforts of public sector leaders who center equity in climate work, and helping to establish a field of community development climate finance. Climate change will profoundly affect American cities and the people who live in them. We want to help cities and their residents co-create the best possible future, one in which everyone has the opportunity to thrive. To learn about the full Environment Program strategy, visit kresge.org and click on Our Work.